Hello everybody, I'm back and I wanted to catch you up on what I've been doing. I have put the second coat on and man, it is really bright in here. And I am really happy with how this is all turning out. And I started doing the floor and I am so sorry I forgot to turn you on and show you, but I've got about a fourth of it done, maybe a third or something like that. But there it is. Getting it started. I want to go ahead and put you on my head and you can watch me do a little bit of this. I ain't going to bore you through the whole thing, but I want to try to put at least two coats on here. So got to put one on, let it dry. All right, so y'all hang on, I'll get set up. All right. The best way I know to put this stuff on is to roll it on. I don't have to get down on my knees. I don't do so well getting down on my knees. I got knee pads that I wore when I was putting that tape up around the edges. So here we go. I'm probably gonna have to come back with a brush and get closer to the wall because that's not quite getting to the wall. I still see a little bit of a white line there from painting the wall. So we will come back with a brush on our hands and knees and touch that little area up after this all dries good. It's going on super good, and this paint that I'm using probably is about 2 years old or so. I don't know. I have some of my in-laws that gave me this a few months ago that they decided they had bought it a while back and I guess decided they didn't need it. They were doing some cleaning out. Actually, I think they were fixing to get a new storage building or shed or whatever they call it. And they had this 2 gallons of this porch and floor paint, which is exactly what I needed for my shop. And they said they thought it was about 2 years old, wasn't sure. But anyhow, whenever I first opened it, it was super thick at the bottom, so it was obviously it had settled down. So I took it to a hardware store where I've been buying my paint and asked them if they would mind shaking it up for me. And sure enough, they did. And I want to tell you, it did a super good job. Whenever I got home and opened it back up, I thought, well, I'm going to have to spend some time stirring this up. But nope, that's not what happened. I came home, opened it up, and went to stirring. It was all shook up, kind of like Elvis Presley. So I didn't have to do a whole lot of stirring after all, and it turns out the paint is in great shape. So I don't know if my in-laws, and they will know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention their name in my video. But if they ever do watch this video, I want them to know that I am so thankful for the gift that they gave me, because this saved me a lot of money. This is some very expensive paint, and I just want to tell them thank you. It's good to have people that care, you know, that have something that they don't need anymore and they think about you and they call you up and ask you want it. And, you know, I said, well, sure. I mean, I'm working on this shop. I just happened to have a project going that I needed it. I tell you, God is good. And I believe that he orchestrated that, but that's not to take away any gratitude that I have towards my in-laws, though. I am really thankful that they gave me this paint and saved me a little bit of money on this project. So, all right, I just wanted to give them a little bit of a recognition. I don't know if they watch my videos or not, but I guarantee you if they do watch my videos, they know who I'm talking about. Look at that. That is going on so good. I'm not a big fan of particle board and that, but that's what the floor is on this shop or this building, so I didn't have much say in that. I definitely am not real big on particle board, but it's supposed to be a very good floor, though. It's pressure treated, and it's supposed to be a really good solid floor, subfloor. So hopefully it'll work out good for me. Yeah, I've got this rack in here, and I thought a while ago before I started this part of the project. I thought, you know, I'll just get all this stuff out here and get the rack out. That way it won't be in the way. But then I thought, that's a lot of stuff to move. I'm just going to have to bring it all right back in. So I'm going to paint all this, and I'm going to go all here and just leave that little spot. And whenever it dries, I get my second coat on and everything's done. Then I'll move it over there out of the way, and then I'll do that little spot. I'm not going to try to get that out of here. So it's just going to have to stay in here, and then I'll get that spot later. Well, I tell you folks, this building is coming together. I'm going to have to find something else to start blogging about, because this is starting to get close to done. I don't know if y'all are recognizing that or not, but there's not going to be a whole lot left to do on the building itself. My next step after we get this building finished is going to be moving the woodworking tools in here. So I want to try to remember to turn the camera on and show you that process as well. And hopefully I'll be able to get my son to help me. My oldest son, he's going to try to dedicate a day to help me, because those tools, some of them are really heavy, like the table saw and a radial arm saw. And, one of the drill presses is one of the, it's not a bench type, it stands up tall. I don't know what you call it. It's a pedestal, I guess you call it, a drill press, but it is extremely heavy. And so I'll need him to help me with that. And I will try my best to remember to record that event, because that's going to be a big, that's the whole reason that we're building this shop to start with. If you watch my video at the beginning, you know that those tools that I'm going to be putting in here were my dad's, and he's passed away. Most of you know that by now. But my stepmother told me that I could have all of his woodworking tools, and I didn't have any place to put it. So that's what this is all about. So I want to try really hard to remember the video. So I'm going to try real hard to remember to put the camera on so that you can be a part of this tool moving. I'm learning with this camera that I can't say the R word because it stops R-ing. All right, I'm having a little technical difficulty with my camera. I can't use the word of what the camera is doing. If I say that R word, it will stop R. All right, folks, I'm having a little technical difficulty with my camera. Now everybody knows what a camera does, right? It R's, the R word. And why am I saying it that way? Well, every time I say that R word, the video camera stops the R. I can't even say R and ing because it still stops. So I can't say the R word while I'm videoing. I'm learning that right now. So anyhow, what I was trying to tell you was that I promised I would try my best to put this camera on my head or on the tripod or whatever and video the moving and setting up of these precious tools that has been graciously given to me. And I have used these tools in another capacity at the time that they were my dad's, but I'm fixing to start using them in a different capacity because now they have became mine. And I've helped my dad use these tools many a time, and I assure you that a lot of what I'm going to be doing with those tools are going to be some of the things that he taught me. So anyhow, I just wanted to fill you in on that and let you know that these blogs are probably not ever going to end. This is going to be, because once I get this up and running, my plan is to start building things actually to sell, because I am ready to not have to go and work 12 hours a day at the job that I am on. I'm thankful for my job, and I'm not talking about retiring or anything, but currently I'm working 12, 13 hours a day, and I don't want to have to do that forever. So once I get this set up, I'm hoping that it will become profitable, and then I can start, I can not work so many hours at my job. I need the job for insurance purposes and all that good stuff, taxes and income taxes and all that. But I hope that I can start slowing down a little bit. I hope my boss isn't watching this. Now he would know my intentions, right? Oh, well. All right, well, I'll let you in on this a little bit. I want to cut you off and see if I can get this finished up. I will catch you in a little while.